And this, of course, obviously your biggest appointment of the day, coming in and talking on the radio. Here's the thing, Ignacio, I was going to ask you, does anyone ever call you Nacho?
Right. People from Madrid calls Ignacio's Nachos, okay? But in the Alicante region or this area, there is not that much tradition. I mean, if you call somebody Nacho, it will be always Nacho. It will never be Ignacio.
Right. Yep.
That's the Spaniards. If you call somebody Nacho, that's it. You know,
you'd never know their real name unless you knew what the nickname was for. Yeah,
and people who really like to be called Nacho is the one who will never say they're Ignacio. Right. But I'm the other way around. I was called Ignacio, and then and some close friends they call me Pellicer because it's the last name.
Oh yeah, okay.
So is it like a nickname? And when I was school, you know, you will have a lot of Ignacios, so they will call Pellicer.
Okay.
You know, and even Pedro will call me always Pellicer.
Wow.
So, but that's a good news for you now.
Yeah, no, Ignacio, the proper name is more befitting of a lawyer.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
you're not an adult movie star. What's his name? That natural. Anyway, let's get on to talking about, because you've already let me know what we are discussing today, and there's plenty of info sent over. A lot of it, as always, on your website already at pellicerheredia.com or alicantilawyers.es. And it appears, just like that, it's almost time to renew your TIE if you had got it early and got the 5-year one.
Yeah, I think it is a good time to bring to the attention to the clients or the audience a lot of British people who apply for their TIE in the old days in 2020. It's not that far ago, Moody, but it's 2020.
Time flies, yeah.
Yeah. And now 5 years past the line, and now they are down to renew. Now, few tips of advice I will tell them. Well, number one will be to read an article about renewing your TIE, which will be in the website very, very soon. Now, the person dealing with TIs is Connie on a daily basis. She goes to the police station on a daily basis.
This from your office?
Yes.
Yeah.
She knows the policeman's pretty much as I know the team, you know. And but basically, for people who are a bit unaware or scared, the most difficult thing will be to apply for an appointment. Okay, the appointments now at the moment are taking an average of 1 month, 1 month and a half or so to get an appointment. Now, you wouldn't go to the police station without an appointment. Plus, you cannot go before the expiring date.
Yes, I did. I read through this, and that sounded strange because normally you'd get it in advance before it expired, but you can't apply before.
It's not a visa, right? So let's call ourselves British people with their TIE pre-Brexit. They're Europeans, or the same treatment as Europeans. That means that they could only get the permanent one after the expiring date and showing up. So you wouldn't be able to go for a permanent if you still didn't go for the full 5 years.
Right, so it can't overlap. And yes, I see, yeah.
You see, I mean, with regards to visa, it's an application with a resolution, it's a strong area office, it's a different procedure, right? Here, we're talking about Europeans, even though you're British, doesn't matter, European treatment. Then it's a matter of whenever that card expires, you just renew it. What do I need from you? Your passport, your TIE, your photo, obviously to pay the tax, the padron if you ever change the address. And then the most important one thing is to apply for the appointment and to go on the day to do everything correctly.
Yeah, but it's obviously going to be a lot easier than your first application. Or generally, there's less things to do, right? If you're renewing.
If you're renewing, you don't have many things to report or to show or to filling. You know, I mean, you don't need to prove the income. You don't need to prove. So the address is a matter of you updating your address if you're changing that. Photo, you need an updated photo. The tax, the passport, the OTI, and you don't even need to get the health insurance. Okay, because some of you guys will have health insurance already up and running, or some of you would have applied for the S1 or even the health insurance. So health insurance, convenio especial, or public. So some people are willing to join the system. Some people are having the S1. Some people are having the health. But nothing of that is required, okay? So after 5 years, you will be treated like a Spaniard in a way, okay? So pretty much it's like consolidated permanent rights. And that's the most, from an immigration point of view, you would ask. I mean, the only thing you could go after 10 years being legally resident will be applying for nationality.
Right.
Which that's a different road. That doesn't mean you waiving the British passport in the UK. You only waive to use it here in Spain. So let's say you've been more than 10 years, you're British, you could apply for a Spanish nationality. This is taking an average of 1.5 years, probably 2, probably 1, but it depends on the clerk that you end up with. It takes time. And but then obviously you need to know a little bit about Spanish culture, Spanish language. And whenever you get it, you obviously swear not to use your British passport in Spain.
You can't hold dual nationality with these two countries, and it's
correct.
It's very rarely you can do that. I mean,
correct.
US.
Spain wouldn't allow you to go to the British consulate. Spain wouldn't allow you to call yourself British here in Spain. But to be honest with you, you didn't waive your nationality in the UK. So in the UK, you're still British. And
really?
I
thought
that's
you
correct.
had to give everything up to.
Yeah, you do. You do give everything up here.
Right. Okay.
Right. And in Spain, you are not treated like a British anymore. Okay. So, but that doesn't stop you because waiving nationality in the UK is a completely different process. And for you to be out of the system, you need to do over there. Obviously, the bottom line here at Moody is some people have the Spanish passport here, and if you're in the UK, you still are a British citizen, But obviously, you need to understand the situation where you're in, because Spain will not accept you as a British.
Yeah.
You're right, but this is a different story. I agree with you that is not dual nationalities, so it's dual nationality.
Legally speaking. For finance and stuff.
Yeah. From a will's point of view, you still accepted to have dual nationality. Well, not dual, but British and Spanish. So you could choose still the applicable law, which, is
things
quite
like that.
important.
And there's the double taxation treaty and things like that as well, right?
Correct. So there is certain things I always recommend them to seek for legal advice to know their specific situation, because you could only talk general, Moody. You cannot say everything specific here.
No, each case is different, I'm sure. But not many go for the citizenship, do they? It's not really worth Brits doing it, generally speaking.
Yeah, I mean, it's more of a feeling, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It's more of a feeling. Some people say, well, no, I'm not going back to the UK. I really feel here, and I feel this is my country now, and they go for it. Especially younger people, I mean, younger people, the children are British, or the children or people working more than 10 years. Normally, when you are of retirees, you don't get into these details. You don't really need all this hassle.
No, I mean, even before Brexit, it really wasn't necessary. But now you still don't need to do it. If you
with the TIE, that will be good enough.
Yeah.
I mean, with the TIE, you'll be more than 5, except you have special reasons why to apply for nationality. There is no need. I agree with you that there is no need. But everybody have their own reasons. Everybody has their own reasons, and a lot of people are going for it, but depending on age.
Right. Yeah.
That's really, we've been dealing with a lot of applications, a lot of cases. Unfortunately, nothing goes quick with nationality.
Well, I know from South American people coming here, because they have to do it eventually.
They have different rules. I mean, the South Americans.
They have 2 years to start with, right?
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
But eventually they have to go for their nationality if they're going to stay.
Well, they have the option, and they go for it.
Yeah.
Because for them, it's the easiest to be European, being Spanish, and having all the paperwork, and not to have to renew. Let's call it this way, Moody. If they need to do the non-lucrative visa or the work visa, well, after 2 years, you don't need to do that.
Right.
And if you get married with a Spaniard, as far as I know, I think it's 1 year after you marry, you could apply for nationality as well. So why would you start renewing? And not only that, it's a hassle about renewing the passport. I mean, a lot of people need to go to the consulate.
Yeah,
I hear a lot of stories about the consulates, South American countries going there, and then the delays and things. Or even the Italian people, some Italians are saying, well, I'm here, I'm doing here, I'm desperate to get a Spanish passport. Going through the consulate, Italian consulate, is very slow, so I don't want to deal with that.
But at least they're in the EU to begin with, I suppose. You're within Europe. I have to say, I mean, this is me showing off a little bit. I've passed the test. You know, they sometimes put the sample tests out, sample questions that you might get for your application.
For the nationality?
For nationality, yeah.
You passed exam?
I got nearly 90-odd%. But I'm a geek.
You're a Spaniard already.
Well, I'm a geek like that. Yeah, I like to immerse myself a little bit. But also, here's the thing as well. I wanted to ask you why, because I know Rosie, you know Rosie that works here, she had to renew her TIE. It's a 5-year one. I got a 10-year one. Why is that? Because I'd been here longer before?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, okay.
That's correct.
That's
correct.
Question.
I mean, if for those who at the Brexit time were already 10 years, I'm pretty sure that their TIE was already permanente.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm sure a lot of people will probably are in the situation that they're being 2 years, then they get the TIE, and depending when they arrive to the 10th year, they will get permanent. Some people are making inquiries about that because it's not only about the TIE date, it's about when do you get the green card or the green paper, right?
When you got that originally, yeah.
So you'll have some people who managed to get a TIE that stated 5 years, which is not really true because it's 5 years to renew that, but probably you've been already here 3 more years. So 5 plus 3, 8. But if you do up to 10, you could apply for it any time.
I see.
Some people might say, well, I'm not bothered, which I could understand. You know, I have no rush, etc. But some people say, no, I want to get an updated date. So we could go to the police station and make the inquiries about whether we could update it before the expiring date.
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you said, permanente is because you've been obviously more than 10 years.
I guess that would have just been, the case.
So it's a matter of time. That's the answer.
Just while we're talking about that little time to renew it, it says up to 90 days after it expires. So you've got a bit of a window there is that to get your application in or to have it back? And
are you talking about renewing?
Sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So one day after or up to 90 days?
Yeah.
Once it's expired?
Yeah. I mean, the situation here is that you could only apply for the renewal one day after.
Yes.
Okay. And with regards to the 90 days, yes, I understand that before the 90 days because, I mean, you need to update it to say that you still want to carry on being here.
Yes, and they use 90 days quite a bit, don't they? Like the state, you can only stay here for 90 at a time.
Correct. So, to be honest, my recommendation will be to apply for an update after the first day. The appointments delay is an average of 1 month and a half. So, it's always good to have it in place to get all this paperwork in order. And the most valuable thing is to put it in order and applying for the appointment because the rest of it, you don't need to show up as, financial means or health, which was the original problem, Moody, that we had. You know, I'm still having cases through the courts that they still say, well, you didn't show me the health. You didn't show me the financial means, which was €9,000.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. But even with the health insurance, sometimes it's not a recognised company. It needs to be, they weren't all accepted.
I know. Yeah. Unfortunately, they're a bit square on everything.
Well, I was going to say, because when you said who is it at the office that deals
Guadalupe?
Maybe at the office that deals with it. Yes, Connie, that's right,
Connie.
Yeah. It's a good idea to maybe go along with someone like her because if you're a Brit going along doing it yourself, you might get the wrong police officer who doesn't really care for...
She knows everyone already. Yeah. She knows everyone and she knows who's the grumpy one.
Well, exactly. If you get them on the wrong day, I mean, they send you away. They say,
she's got a diary full of appointments, full of clients, and she's very well organised. She's British. And she grew up here in Spain.
Yeah, I've met her, I think, at your main office in Alicante.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. And she's very familiar, very efficient, and very good. So, I mean, if somebody doesn't want any of the stress, to be honest, I think she's the one because the alternative, you need to do it yourself. You need to book the appointment. You need to go there. And you know how these clerks are in Spain. They might not have the best day.
Exactly.
And then if you are not fluent in Spanish, who knows what they're going to tell you, etc., etc.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, she's very used to it. And she will give you peace of mind.
Okay. Did you hear? I think it's in our Spanish news today. Well, it was me doing it this morning. They busted another gang that blocks out all the appointments. You know, they have a bot to, as soon as these appointments are published, not necessarily for TIE, but certainly for some. Yeah, and it's extended.
So they found the gang again.
Yes, there was over 100 people arrested, but they won't be the only ones doing it. I'm sure. And then they sell it to you for €90 when it should be free.
Yeah. That's what I heard. I heard that they were reselling the appointments for 50, but if it went to 90, it could be 90.
But it's got through to the DGT and others now as well, and Social Security.
Right, yeah.
You haven't had any... Do you ever come across that?
Well, we suffer the problem, and we lodge the complaints to the police station, and we know what's going on, and obviously we do not accept any blackmail or anything about, well, go the easy road. Well, no, sorry.
No.
As long as clients are protected, and the good thing here, that for any who had already applied for their appointment and they didn't get it, police are being very, very soft and flexible with the requirements. I mean, I couldn't make it. I mean, you know, if you need 1 month to apply for the appointment and then it took you 3 months, it's down to the administration.
Right.
So you wouldn't be guilty of anything because there was no way to get an appointment. So,
yeah, sure. Yeah. It's not your fault. Yeah.
So at the end of the day, the only thing I could tell to the audience is be patient, try to get the appointment, and don't panic because the police is aware. Now, if they found this gang, obviously, I mean, who knows? Probably how many gangs we already had.
Exactly.
You know, but another one might come. But if you're in good hands or you have full control of the situation about applying an appointment, police is being very, very reasonable, okay? And, I encourage people to get their paperwork right so they don't have any issues, you know, as long as they could manage to do it. But yes, we're talking about 5 years after Brexit.
Yes, so these will be coming. Do you get notified in the post that it's...
No.
You don't?
No, you
have
don't.
To, you have to know.
You need to... I recommend everybody to watch and read their expiring date.
Yeah.
And for them to renew it. And the sooner they know the date, the sooner they could apply for the appointment. It's just put your mind to rest and then just let it happen.
I suppose the way this works, you don't have to do it before it expires.
No,
so that's you've got a little bit of breathing space. Yeah.
You cannot.
It's interesting. But at least I suppose while everyone knows that's how it works, if you show them and they know what date it is, it's obviously still within time to renew it.
However, with visa is different, Moody.
Yeah.
With visa, you need 60 days before or 3 months after. But I always say try to do it before because everything takes a long time.
And a couple of questions through. Don't know who this is. I didn't put the name on it, but just clarifying this, you can't apply before it expires.
No, you cannot. This type of TI, which is like for Europeans or any green card of a European that wants to renew it.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It's exactly the same. You cannot renew it unless it did expire. So, number one requirement, you need to apply for it after it does expire. And then two, obviously, you need to apply for an appointment.
Yes, this was another question. It might be Angela by the looks of it, first time through, so a sort of name came up in a little profile pic there. For people applying now, are they getting an appointment? So can you try and get an appointment before it expires and gamble that it'll fall after that date?
That's a good one. Yes, you could try.
Yeah.
You could try.
Okay.
And
because if there's a bit of a hold-up, you might want to get in as soon as possible, I suppose.
Yes, I agree. But bear in mind, you cannot go before the expiring date because otherwise you've wasted your time.
Sure.
So yes, do the application. Good luck with that. But try to get the appointment after the date of the expiring date.
Yes. Yeah, that's it. It might be worth just see how it comes.
Yeah.
See, try your luck.
Yeah.
See how it comes out. All right. As I say, you've got all the details on the websites and the bits and bobs you sent through to me. What's on the renewal? Is there a form? Is there a couple of forms to fill in?
Yes. We normally do it for them. Okay, but they could do it themselves. They could contact Expiring Heredia and download the forms, apply for the appointment, pay the tax, and then show up to the appointment at the police station immigration office. And they will need to provide the photo, the passport, TI, updated padron if they change their address.
Yeah.
And that basically will be, you don't need criminal records, you don't need health insurance or anything, you don't need proof of income, nothing with regards to that. And then you will be able to get it a new, fresh TI, either for British, treated like Europeans, but only for those who did under Article 18, right? So if you are under a non-lucrative visa, you're a golden visa, you're a digital nomad visa, no. That doesn't apply to them. Only for Europeans or TIE.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
the one, if they want to contact us, they could contact us direct to the website, and then Connie will discuss with them what needs to be done. She could do the appointment. She could organize everything for them, and or you could email her. If you go into our website, you will see her picture. Her email is Connie, CONNIE, at Pellicer Heredia. And she goes on a daily basis to the police station of all the province. So she's got a lot of experience.
Sure. Have you done many of these already? Because it's relatively recent that it's come up, is it?
No, we've been doing a lot of them already for previous people, because the TIE was not requested on the 2020. Some people, they applied for 2019.
Oh, I can't remember when it came about.
I think if we're talking about 2020, end of 2020, probably a lot of people did get that 6 months minimum before the expiring date of the withdrawal agreement.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and
I don't remember.
A lot of people had a green one who exchanged it. If you remember, they had a green. Yeah. Okay. So they swap it into the TIE. So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people did already swap it. Everybody will have a different date.
Right, so it's been a few months now that you've been doing these, yeah, and they'll continue. Obviously, I guess they're continuing all the time.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
It'll come up for 5 years.
Now you will renew that one, and then you will be permanent.
Yeah.
So it will be 10 years.
Yeah, it's permanent, but it is 10 years.
Yes,
that's right. Yeah.
It is 10. That's the one you have.
Yeah, so that's the one I have. Yeah, I've been so lucky with this because people have sort of pushed me into it, and I'd have never got around to it knowing me. I probably still wouldn't have the TIE now or my Spanish driving license. It's just actually it's from people like yourself coming in that we know this stuff's coming up. So I've somehow got my act into
I remember the old days when
together.
Clients will say, "Well, why would I need the residency?" You know, and it was when the UK was in the European Union, and then the police was very, very soft. I remember that it was pretty much not really much control. You're British, you're fine, you know. But now everything is a bit more, as you know, more strict onto dates and legally requirements, etc., etc. But yes, I encourage them to look themselves for the best situation, so to protect themselves. Connie could send them the requirements via email, and if they want to do it themselves, fine. If they need assistance, fine. You know, we're here to help.
Sometimes you can do it maybe somewhere like Denver, but there's not as many appointments come up, are there?
That's correct.
And probably at the moment, the way it is, you'd have trouble getting one.
The good thing is that Connie is the one who knows every single police station, because her job is on a daily basis to get the appointments. So sometimes she gets it in Denver, sometimes she gets it in Alicante, sometimes she gets it in Benidorm. So depending on client requirements, I will think that clients who, with a TIE are not in a rush to get it, and they don't mind what office will go as long as it goes through.
Sure.
But in the old days, we'll have to shop around which one is the fastest or the best for the client. But one way or the other, she knows which one will be the easiest and the fastest. So, as you said, the gang was the police just found the gang. Yeah,
Yes.
you just said so.
Snapping up all the appointments and trying to sell them on. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure something else will happen soon.
Yeah, if they're not already doing it, they won't be the only ones, I'm sure, and someone will be there to take up the slack. Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not the first gang that did appear. And
No, it's as soon as they knew they could do that sort of thing,
that what really stopped clients doing that. I mean, they just blocked the system.
I don't know whether that sort of happened with, I don't think it was that, but with ITV as well, like you had trouble getting appointments at some time. I think that was just the way that worked.
The ITV is a different story.
Yes, it is, but it was a headache nonetheless.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I agree.
But and also, as we said earlier, if you have someone like that's got an in at all these places, you might be better off because you might get the wrong policeman on the wrong. And if you get a proper Valencian copper one day, it might just give you the skunk eye, send you away.
To be honest, it is up to the people, but it's always best to go with someone that is on a daily basis on top of it, especially because of the stress and the time. But I just encourage people to get their paperwork ready, legal, and if they want to do it themselves, it's not a problem at all. It's a matter of getting things right.
And we did touch on it earlier as well, but you can still apply for the first time for a TIE, right? So your initial application where you have to show, or can you?
What do you mean?
Like if someone moving to Spain, you need to get the residency card, or would it be under your visa?
Right, the new British cannot do it this way. So the new the British people, they will go through the Spanish consulate.
Right.
And then once they arrive here with a visa, we will go through the same process.
You still get a TIE though.
You will have to get the visa, the TIE, the card, the padron, everything that
proof of income, all of that. Yeah. But details of that are on your website as well, obviously.
Yeah, and but it's two different things. When you're in a Spanish consulate, when you're abroad, you can only apply for the non-lucrative visa from the Spanish consulate of your residency. Once you get the resolution, then you come over here. We apply for the appointment, and then we get you the TIE with your photo, your padron, and fingerprints, and in 3 weeks, you will get your TIE.
Yeah.
But this is easier because you'll get it straight away.
Oh, this is, yeah.
This one for Europeans, so British Europeans, I will call it, Article 18, under the Withdrawal Agreement. So I know it's a bit of a headache, but to give you a little bit of, we are like Spaniards, we need to do exactly the same. So we need to do with our ID cards.
Yes.
We need to go to the police station, renew it, padron if we need to change the address, photo, still pay the tax. So completely is exactly the same.
Yeah, you don't escape the red tape and bureaucracy just because you're Spanish, right?
We love it.
Yeah, quite. You're kind of used to it now, I suppose. And they will on the renewal. Obviously, they'll take your fingerprints again for the new card.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct.
Right.
So pretty much the TIE card is exactly the same than an ID card, and you could use it at the notary. You don't need to bring your passport with you. So if your TIE is legal and not expired, you could go anywhere in Spain without your passport. So that's the difference. If you're not a resident, you need to bring your passport with you if the police stops you.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Because you don't have a residency card. So the residency card and the ID card is exactly the same. It's an identity card.
Yes.
In Spain.
It's just you're a foreigner.
However, if you're a non-resident and you don't have any residency documents, you need to bring your passport with you everywhere you go. As simple as
Sure. Yeah. And if you go into an appointment, it's just worth taking your passport anyway. You never know.
Yeah.
Just have it with you, even if you've got a TIE. All right. Well, just about out of time, but thank you for that. I think that was really interesting one, informative.
Okay.
And I think we've covered everybody. Let's just make sure that... yes. Okay. So we've answered a couple of people that came through. Thank you.
Yeah. Moody, we'll be doing a webinar and seminar on the 30th of October. We still didn't publish about this. For those who wants to attend... personally in the Quesada office, we'll be doing coffees and teas.
Oh, okay.
That will be 5 o'clock on the 30th. We'll keep you updated on that. But just in case people wants to just pop in, talk to us, and then give them more information.